Have you ever said, I trust God, but deep down you're still carrying the weight of fear, overthinking every outcome, feeling like if you don't hold it together, it's gonna fall apart? Yeah, I've been there too. We throw the word trust. We throw the word trust very easily, especially when things feel manageable. But what if life starts to shake? What if plan breaks? What if there's no clarity? That's when the real question shows up. Are we trusting God, or are we just saying it because it sounds right? Today, I want to talk about the difference between real trust and the version we sometimes fake, even if we don't mean to. And I'm not here pointing fingers. I'm in the process too. Let's go there together. When we say we trust God, we're not just talking about belief. We're talking about posture, a decision, a surrender. Real trust means learning how to breathe, even when everything feels uncertain. It means giving up the illusion of control. It's one thing we say God's in control. It's another thing to live like that. When nothing goes the way you hoped, real trust often shows up in a quiet obedience in the middle of chaos. Life's choosing stillness instead of scrambling for answers. And let's be honest, that's not easy. Trust doesn't feel strong at first. It feels like letting go of every part of you. Every part of you wants. Trust doesn't, and let's be honest, it's not that easy. Trust doesn't feel strong at first. It feels like letting go of every part of you wants to hold on tighter. You ever notice how sometimes when we say we're trusting God, but we're actually trying to control in a more spiritual sounding way? We pray, then we overthink. We say I've given it to God, but emotionally we're carrying it. We tell others we're trusting, but inside we're scared to death. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work out the way we need it to. And we didn't mean to fake it. Most of the time, we're just afraid of disappointment, afraid of losing what we care about, afraid that if we let go, God might not show up in the way we want Him to. That kind of fear can disguise itself as faith, and we didn't realize we're doing it. Here's the lessons I've learned. When I'm pretending to trust God, it shows up in a quiet ways, subtle ways, and maybe this will sound familiar to you too. For you too. You're just nervous, like deeply restless, and something always about to go wrong. That kind of anxiety is usually a sign that you're trying to carry things that only God can hold. You move too fast. You move fast because waiting feels unsafe. Trust slows you down. Fear rushes you. Real trust isn't about the outcome. It's about the anchor underneath the storm. If your peace vanishes when things fall apart, maybe your trust wasn't rooted. It was just attached to the comfort plan. When you're checking every detail, pulling out every way, when you're checking out every detail, playing out every way, every what if, and no sleep, and still no sleeping, that's not trust. That's fear dressed up like responsibility. Okay, here's how we move forward. Here's how do we stop pretending and really start trusting. Surrender start your day with a surrender. Not just a quick prayer, I mean a real surrender. A moment where you can pause and say, God, whatever happens today, I trust you with it. Even if the parts I cannot see yet. Talk to God honestly. Not the polished prayers, but I'm talking about the raw ones. The one you admit you're scared, or tired, or unsure. God can handle you honestly. Honesty. He invites it. Anchor yourself in what's unchanging. When life keeps shifting, hold on to what doesn't. Who God is. Remind yourself what He's already brought you through. Let go and resist the urge to grab it again. Trust isn't a one-time act. It's something you choose over and over and over again. It's something you choose again and again. Every time fear knocks, every time the plan shifts, you let it go again and again and again. Here's what I want you to know. God doesn't mean you never feel afraid. It means you're choosing to trust even when you're afraid. It means letting the peace. It means you're letting sorry. Here's what I want you to know. Trusting God doesn't mean you never feel afraid. It means choosing to trust even when you're afraid. It means you're letting peace lead you instead of fear. You're not weak. You're not weak for struggling with trust. You're human, but God is patient. And he's not asking you to be perfect. He's asking you to be present, to keep showing up, to keep letting go, and slowly, day by day, your trust will go deeper. And not because life gets easier, but because you start to see what He's always been here. He's always been there, and He's not going anywhere. If this meant something for you today, leave a comment. I'd love to hear where your trust in this journey, and and hit hit that like and subscribe if you're more if you're if you want more content that's real, honest, rooted in faith. We're in this together. Keep it going. Until then, I'll see you in the next one. And until then, breathe deep, hold on to peace, and trust the one who's never letting you, and trust the one who's never let you go.